Welcome into Actual Play Entertainment Presents episode 25 of The Two-Headed Serpent, an epic action-packed globe-spanning campaign for Pulp Cthulhu, published by Chaosium. My name is Dave, and I am the keeper. The polished apples. That's right, fellas.
What a wuss.
Not turds.
Apples.
I'm going to be mean to you, so I got to be nice at some point. Joining me tonight to roll dice
Meaner than usual?
are Kurt, Mike, and Joe.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
I'm never really that mean.
Hello, character murderer.
Is that still
Polished
my... Oh, yeah, that
apples
is
is
my
supposed to
Zoom
make
name
me.
still. Maybe I'll change that. Character hugger. There, we'll change it. No, we'll leave it murderer. It sounds better. These are your choices, and the dice help decide which way the story goes that I tell. That's all.
Whatever helps you sleep at night, Dave.
I sleep
Kurt,
very well.
Do you have your dice?
I have my dice.
Okay.
I get my dice too.
Just
And the nice
checking.
new
Just
dice
checking.
tray.
Just checking.
Just checking.
Sure.
I'm ready.
All right, you ready?
Born ready.
Let's get right into it. We last left off in the Italian delicatessen, I believe during the day. You guys kind of annoyed the woman working behind the counter
Us? No.
and ended up in the back with the mob. Not with Joey Bananas or Casali, the man that you usually talk to, the muscle that gets sent out to deal with fools like you guys, but with Rappa, the advisor, Philippe Rappa. Now, what you've got from this conversation with him is that they are very angry at Caduceus. And they feel that everything went sideways at the dock and Caduceus is responsible for many of their men being killed. Mostly by gunfire and then weird giant mosquitoes, which no one can really understand. You have asked nicely for the scepter that they said they had. And they honored their word and they brought it to you and laid it down on the table in front of you. As he lays it down, the man, the muscle, steps away and you see like part of the blanket fold back and you do see your gold scepter. Before you reach out for it,
What?
Rappa,
Okay.
whoa. Just before, I would like to say we were not the ones who stole it. We are merely returning it for you.
Well, how did it come to be in your possession then?
While we were protecting and watching over your house and yourself, and he smiles, because we're all friends, we did notice some people enter your home and were in and out very quickly with something. And some of my men followed them. There was a bit of an altercation, we can call it. And this ended up in our possession. And as the good friends we are, we kept it very safe for you. And returned it, as you'll notice, with not a scratch on it.
Was it Caduceus?
He looks over and says, I believe it was.
Did they put up much of a fight when you took it back?
I'm not too keen on the details. I wasn't there myself. I don't imagine some corporate agents would have much of a chance against our boys. But anyways, it's yours.
No strings attached, just like that?
Well, we did talk about a favor that, well, you know, we're all friends. Friends to each other, favors. And he gestures at you guys like, yours, take it.
Can
Nice.
Lucius snatch out like a praying mantis and hug it close to his chest? Just like,
As soon as you grab it, Lucian's eyes roll in the back of his head.
yes, they do.
And he starts to
And he dies.
go incoherent, and your vision flashes away to busy, dusty streets of what looks like India. People with carts
Oh.
going by, street vendors. It looks like you're seeing through the eyes of someone walking through a market, and then it stops, and you hear a voice in your head, and it is the dreamer. My scepter. I will be returning for my scepter. Keep it safe for me. And then you snap back and you just start breathing heavily. Whole thing took
Yeah.
7-8 seconds.
So he's breathing heavily and he's also like saying, yes, of course. Yes, of course. Yes.
He's mumbling that. The Rappa, he's startled by this and sits back and he looks at Maynard and Russ. What's going on? A couple of the other muscle guys get back to you. You see a couple of them reach for some guns. What's he doing? What's going on?
Maynard just gestures for them to like calm down, hold on. He puts a hand on Lucian's shoulders and says, "Are you all right?"
I'm better than all right. Maynard, I received a message from her, from the Dreamer. She knows that we have the scepter. She can speak to me in my mind. She told me to keep it safe. She's going to come for it.
What the fuck is he talking about?
Nothing. He's just weird sometimes. Saunders. Keep the
He says
crazy
stuff.
talk down until we get out of here, you psycho.
Yeah, Saunders' eyes are like totally dilated. He's just completely like I mean, he's had like a spiritual, moment. Yeah.
Wow. Sounds arousing.
Is he still holding on to the scepter?
Oh yeah, like super tightly.
You get
Fingernails
that.
Maynard's
bleeding.
Yeah, you have and even more so now that you've got it back. You are insanely possessive of this item.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, great.
Insanely possessive.
Yes.
Hey, Saunders, what is, like, can I have a look at that?
What? This? You've seen it. We've all seen it. Look, it's right
I don't
here.
think I've seen it. Have I seen this?
It's best not to be viewed. We should go, actually.
A couple of the mob guys are like, "Yeah, man, I don't want to see it. This is weird." They are uncomfortable with this situation.
Yeah, it was like slightly sexual, his response to that vision. Like some short,
All right, let's go.
heavy breaths.
Lucian, I actually need to stay at the table just for a few more minutes. Dead puppies, dead puppies, dead puppies.
Baseball
Just
stats usually works for me.
Yeah, baseball
30
stats.
30 seconds.
That's hilarious.
Old ladies hit by cars. Okay, I'm ready now. We can go.
The Queen of England.
Maynard picks up the sheet that the scepter was covered in and takes it, and while it's still in Lucian's hands, just like covers it and starts to roll it. I'm not taking it from you, Lucian.
No,
I'm just going to
Lucian.
cover it up, and I kind of roll it in the sheet.
It's excellent. Yeah, Maynard, yes. I've got it. All right, we'll roll it up. I have it.
Maybe we'll just take it and we'll put it in this bag.
No, I think it's probably best. Probably best, Maynard. Hear me out.
You can hold the bag.
No. I've you know what? I've got it. We want to keep it very secure, and I feel like this is probably the best right now.
All right,
Thank you.
let's keep it covered.
Yes, of course. Yes, keep right. Close
I
to
would
me.
like to ask Rappa if they have any plans for Caduceus.
He smiles when you say that.
And I smile back, maybe?
Question mark? Oh, there's some plans. There's some plans.
Well, if you need any help,
Oh, I believe we've got this situation under control. But thank you.
okay, fine. Like, I would like to help.
Yes.
I would love to see Caduceus. I'd love to see that whole building come down, to be honest.
Funny you should say that. Well, we'll be in touch. And
Ta-ta.
they motion for you guys to go out the back door.
The back door, hey?
I just
Should
look
we
at the
grab
two of them and- okay.
Lucian, grab your man. He's eating pasta in the front.
What? Oh, yes. Heathcliff. Right. Yes. One moment. Heathcliff,
No,
are you done?
They stop you from going back through with the scepter. That stays here. You want to go get your man? You put that on the table or give it to one of your boys.
It's okay.
Here, Lucian,
I'll go
I'll
get
hold
him.
it.
I'll go get him. I'll go get
Okay.
Heathcliff.
Thank you, Russ. I don't know.
I
why
peek
these
through the curtain and I go,
gentlemen.
Heathcliff, come on.
Points like to the back. Huh?
Let's go. Come on.
Okay.
Spit out your pasta.
He just spits out a huge mouthful back into the bowl. And then gets up and wipes his
How
mouth.
does the lady behind the counter feel about that?
Not happy. At least he put it back in the bowl. There's no sauce on it, though. He sucked all the sauce off as it was coming out.
Fair.
Correct.
And he comes up through the back. And he looks at, when he sees Lucian, he seems a little concerned, like, And then you guys get ushered out the back.
Why out
what's
the back?
that?
What's wrong with us leaving out the front? Oh, Heathcliff, yes. It's the scepter, the item that we retrieved from South America. For our,
His queen mummy is back in his possession, and
well, now, Russ, don't
things are going to get interesting and probably
denigrate her.
frustrating.
Correct me if I'm wrong. You didn't really tell Heathcliff about this scepter. You locked it in the safe, put a note to Caduceus that said, "Don't tell Caduceus," but I put something in the closet, basically.
Yeah, so that's it. So he knew that I had an item that I locked away, basically. Yeah, I certainly didn't examine it with him or anything like that.
No.
I'm saying to him, like, this is the item that I had that was foully taken away from us and has now been gratefully retrieved and repatriated. And now the plans are
Queen
afoot.
Mummy? Who's Queen Mummy?
There's no such thing as Queen Mummy. Russ is just being ridiculous. Come,
Well,
let's away.
I think you should tell your man what we're dealing with here.
He nods
think?
in agreement with Russ.
Like, if he's going to be helping us, he deserves to know what's going on, Saunders.
Well, all right, but do you want to stand here in the alleyway while I explain it all to him, or shall we go back to your domicile or some other abode where we might be safe and comfortable for such a conversation?
My place isn't safe any longer.
You guys slept at Russ's, right? So we're at like midday.
Yeah, well, I think we said it was like mid-afternoon.
Yeah, okay. We'll roll with that. Mid-afternoon. But yeah. Russ,
Go to Lucian's house if we're trying to be comfortable. I mean,
Russ's place is compromised.
It's totally compromised.
Yeah.
Well, it certainly can't be more compromised
It's
than my
he.
house. They've already broken into my house at least once. No, we can't go back to my
Yeah, but now we know they're coming. We have the Queen Mummy in our possession.
Would you stop referring to
No,
her
I
as
won't.
Queen Mummy?
Stop. You're the one that said it.
You don't even really know what you're talking about.
I don't think you know what you're talking about.
I very much do know what I'm talking about.
What are you going to do with that scepter?
I'm going to take very good care of it until such time as the dreamer, the queen, comes to retrieve it. At which time we will be given direction, assuredly, about
Are you a
how to
servant
move
to it?
forward. No, certainly not.
Heathcliff's
servant.
bushy eyebrows just rise when he says that. Are you a servant?
Heathcliff,
to it?
don't look at me like that.
Anyways, let's go to Saunders' place. I could use a cup of tea and a cucumber
I'm
sandwich.
telling you, we can't go. Cucumber sandwich does sound good.
does sound good. A hot cup of tea, Doc?
All right, let's go then.
Okay, you pile in the car. What do you drive again?
It's a 31 Packard.
Oh, very nice.
Something like that Heathcliff has.
All right.
Heathcliff drives.
Yeah, Heathcliff drives, of course. When there's four of you, who sits in the front with Heathcliff?
Russ sits behind the driver, always.
Always, yes.
Maynard's got shotgun.
Yeah, Lucian will sit in the back. He always sits in the back.
In case he needs to take control of the situation.
Russ's inner monologue. Just in case I need to kill Heathcliff. I need to sit
and
right
everybody in
behind
the
him.
car.
Everybody in the car.
You
yeah.
never know.
It's true. You never know. What
Been
if
one of those weeks.
What if Heathcliff is a serpent person? You have no idea. Heathcliff could have been killed and his likeliness assumed 100 times over by now.
Yeah, I think
Wait,
Russ has
what?
come to terms with, like,
Wait a second.
he might just start tugging on people's face skin. Just to be sure.
Yeah.
Just reaching out and grabbing people's cheeks.
Yeah.
So cute.
That was the nurse when you guys first met in, was it Bolivia? No, was it Bolivia? The very first place you guys went? The nurse who saw the lizard man change his face when Christopher went up to her. That's what she did. She started pulling at his face around his eyes.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Old face pulling. You never know. Face pull him. You might be a lizard.
Give him a go old face pull.
Give him a go face pull.
Russ, you gonna reach around from the back seat and just
It's
grab
these
his
little
lips?
hands.
Yeah, just start, like, squeezing his cheeks
They just
gently.
off the side of the road for a sec. What the?
He's like swatting his hand away.
Lucian says, Russ, what are you doing? Oh, wait a second. I know what you're doing.
You could never be sure.
Of what?
So do we know he's human?
He seems as human as
Do you
it is.
say that out loud?
Well, no, I'm asking
What?
in
Nah.
the British accent.
The British-
I'm asking Dave.
You're asking
So Russ grabs his face and
He's human.
okay.
Yeah, he's human.
Do I have to roll for that face grab?
I
What would
should.
you roll for that?
Dex, if we guys have a brawl off, opposing rolls.
He doesn't know it's coming though. It's like a
No,
sneak attack. You should
Yeah, get
advantage.
advantage usually. No, and he's got 2 hands on the wheels. He's a
He
responsible
doesn't stand
driver.
a chance.
Yeah, you slap him in the face and pull at his skin a bit, and he swats your hand away. But you feel pretty confident he's a human.
Checks out.
So you see him eyeballing you in the rearview mirror for the rest of the drive, just watching you.
Heathcliff,
comfortably
never
move
mind
his
that.
eyes.
It was something that had to be done. Well, I'll explain everything to you when we get back to the flat.
All right, you arrive at the flat, and you pull up, and you guys get out. You don't see any car parked out front. You don't see anything. Looks normal.
Yeah, can we do some spot hiddens? Like, I don't trust you.
Sure.
Yeah, it's fine. Everything's
That's
fine,
fair.
guys.
Yeah.
Everything's great.
It's like everyone, yeah,
Looks
just
normal.
Go on inside. Oh, it's all cool. Everything's cool here. 48 under 52.
Everything's cool, man. Everything.
44 under 77.
Ooh. All right, everyone take their headphones off. I'm going to talk to just Maynard. No, I'm just joking. I'm joking.
Son of a bitch.
It's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine.
Mm-hmm.
You get in the flat, and Heathcliff goes in, and before I make some sandwiches, I want to see the scepter. And he holds out his
Heathcliff,
big.
hang on.
Yeah, I
Big
would like
Scottish
to see it too,
hand.
actually.
Everyone, Lucian's like
Maynard?
backing away. Everyone just relax.
Something
All right?
isn't right.
Everything's perfectly fine. It's absolutely everything's.
Russ reaches for it.
Hey, Russ, get your hands away from it. Listen, I will unwrap
I need
it. I'll lay
opposing
it here on
brawl.
the
I
table.
need opposing rolls.
What
I was just messing with him. I wasn't actually trying to take it. I'm just trying to stress him.
Listen, please, Heathcliff, we need cucumber sandwiches and we need tea immediately. While you're doing that, I promise you, I will unroll this. I will lay it on the table. We will all closely examine it. No one will touch it. Aside from me. Because we don't want what happened to me to happen to any of you. I'm thinking only of your well-being.
What happened to you?
Your fragile psyches may not be able to withstand the impact of direct contact with the dreamer.
Only the steel trap that is your mind
Well,
could
I don't
possibly handle this,
I
Doc.
don't like to speak of myself in such terms, but yes, now that you speak of it,
I see.
consider it a steel
I see.
trap.
Maynard,
Could I
do you
maybe
think-
just hold it for like a
Use the
second?
vernacular.
I reach for it
Hey,
as I ask
wait
for
a
that,
second,
kind of
stop.
grabby.
Don't.
Do you think those scales have traveled up his spine into his brain?
It does sound
Heathcliff
like it
is
has
just
a bit of a
fucking
reptilian brain.
flabbergasted right now.
Heathcliff, sandwiches, now.
Sandra, show him your
Show him
new
what?
birthmarks.
He's in now.
Listen, I'm not prepared to do that right now. Don't even remind me. What's Heathcliff going to think? Listen, there's a lot of just blatant 15 minutes of exposition that needs to happen here before we can show Heathcliff our scales, Maynard. Our scales. Our. Not simply mine.
Maynard takes his hat off and he's like, "Here's my scales. Check those out, Heathcliff." I show him on the side of my head.
Yes,
Oh.
there you go. Heathcliff and I have a little bit of that too. So there you are. Now
What is this? What's it from?
well, it's a
I got
skin
shot with a
condition.
laser, and now I got scales, but mine aren't spreading.
Gentlemen, please.
Spreading.
Can I explain something to you? This is Heathcliff, my man Heathcliff. He's from the high moors of Scotland. He's not in any way deeply educated or illuminated in
How
the
does
matters that we're talking
Heathcliff
about.
take that criticism? He's just not in agreement. Yes, I'm quite dumb.
He
actually.
turns and
Well, no,
goes.
he's incredibly intelligent in his own way. You know, if you need a a horse shoed, or if you need
Hey, what's this?
cucumber
you see-
sandwiches made.
Heathcliff bends down near where the door was and picks up a folded piece of paper. And he unfolds it and he looks at it. And then he looks up at Lucian and he hands it to Lucian, and it's an address.
Have I seen it before? Where'd it come from?
It was just, it was on the ground, like inside your door. It looks like someone tucked it through your door
like
jam or
somebody
slid it
slipped
under your
the
door.
jam?
Yeah.
Like while we were talking?
No, you probably
Yeah,
figured
like
it
right
was.
now.
You probably figured it was there when you guys walked in, but you guys got in a hurry and you're animated about the staff, and it just seems like no one really noticed it at first.
Russ, quickly to the hallway. They may still be here.
I forgot. Yeah, how does
Russ runs to the front door, looks out the peephole.
I pick it up. What does it say?
Obviously sees nobody.
It's just 1021st 11th Street. It's an address.
21st? Is that what you said?
Yeah, 1021 something Street, whatever I just said. 11th Street. You pull out your phone and Google Map it. No, I'm just joking.
People are going to think that we live in towns with street numbers that only go up 3 digits.
Yeah, I know, right? It's a 347,000th and 512th.
To assure our listeners, we all live in a medium-sized city.
It's not medium. It's a small city.
No, it's a
barely
small-sized
city.
city.
It's
dude.
small.
It's
It's
small.
a city. Hey, it's a city.
You
More
say
than
so.
one rec center, it's a city.
Do we
Oh,
have
that's
those?
why it's a rec center rating?
To me, yeah, that's how I consider cities. Anyways, we're off
I
topic.
went from
Um,
I went Toronto, Vancouver, Victoria. It is not a city. Anyways, off topic.
1021 what?
11th Street. Fuck, I don't know. It's a inconsequential address that
Is it one that we know? Do we know the
no one,
area?
you guys don't recognize it. It's in a downtownish kind of area. Office buildings, hotels, stores, stuff like that.
What's the handwriting look like? Is it like wavy and fancy?
The handwriting
or is it
a little bit shaky.
block letters like me?
And as you get it close to your face to like examine it a bit, it smells like cigarettes.
I bet everything smells like cigarettes.
I
back
was just
then,
going to
though.
say, yeah, in 1933, everything smells like cigarettes.
But it smells like cigarettes. Oh, that's got to be.
Everything.
Russ is literally smoking right now.
What's his name? What was the guy that was smoking cigarettes all the time?
Quentin
Connor.
Connors.
Do you think it's? Do you think it's
Connors
Connors?
wrote this down for us. Okay.
He's
okay.
not dead.
Stop it. There's no way that Connors took his cancer-ridden body halfway across town, climbed the steps and slid that in without leaving his dying corpse in the hallway.
But maybe I don't know what to believe anymore. Maybe it's just an illusion. Maybe he's just really good at pretending.
Maybe he actually did heal himself with all that smoking. Could the latest medical discoveries be completely wrong?
Smoking is
Maynard's
actually
pretty good
fantastic.
at Maynard's pretty good at trusting everybody, but if we ever had an ally that felt like a real ally in this campaign, it's got to be Connors.
Totally.
A shame we didn't try and save him.
Maybe he knows he's gonna kill us.
It's a trap.
Yeah.
It's a
I mean,
trap.
it's a deep fake for sure.
It's just a house of horrors.
Yeah.
Him waiting at the end. It explains the story of all the things that we did wrong to Connors until
Yeah.
we finally get to the end.
Connors is going to be the king of snakes.
That's amazing.
We have to investigate. But first, cucumber sandwiches.
Heathcliff sighs.
And let's all hold
Heathcliff,
the
what are you
scepter.
doing? What are you? Come on.
Well, you all distracted him with all the talk of scales and transformations and laser beams.
Ah, yes, your scales. Yes.
Yes, I have a few, yes. Much like Maynard. 2 out of 4 of us, 50% population, have them.
No,
Perfectly natural.
I love how Heathcliff's just part of the crew now. Definitely not 2/3 of you. Heathcliff turns and he goes into the kitchen. And he starts fumbling around in the cupboards and you hear the fridge. So he's making some sandwiches.
Lucian under his breath. Really, gentlemen, you can't do that. He's not able to handle the truth yet of what we've seen, heard, done,
You
and what we're planning to do.
you need to stop acting so crazy with this scepter. Don't act like we don't notice instantly you changed. Like
What if
just
it- what do you
admit
mean?
just admit that it has powers over you.
No.
And we'll
stop.
move forward and we'll address it
Russ,
how we need to address it.
dear sweet. It's not that it has power over me. It's just that it's incredibly important. I believe it could be the key to this entire adventure. This singular
I'm slowly losing what trust I did have in you.
And when Mummy comes back, she's going to be so proud of you.
item. Please, stop calling her Mummy. I'm dreading the idea that she might come here and you might, slip of the tongue, purely innocently, refer to her in that way, and then...
Then Queen Mommy will be upset with me.
We can't have that.
She'll be upset with all of us. She could just take the scepter and slay us all where we stand. You saw what she did to the
I don't
floors of
think you better
Caduceus.
take it.
Well,
You're so obsessed with it.
now, stop. I've been charged
What?
by her with keeping it safe for her, and when she gets here, I will gladly...
She did not say those words to
She
you.
did!
She gave you a real charge, that's for sure.
Jesus.
She
What
said
do you think you can do with it?
I can't do anything with it. We simply need to just keep it safe until she comes. She knows where we are.
Do you not think that she's going to use that to destroy mankind?
Well, I don't actually think so, Russ. I mean, we know that the Inner Night are one group of snake people who want to kill all of mankind, and we know that Caduceus are the other group of snake people that want to enslave all of mankind. They can't all be evil, though. We must have an ally somewhere in this, and my hope is that the Dreamer is that ally. You heard her when she escaped Caduceus' chambers. She seemed quite affronted with both of them.
What did she say again?
She said, see if I can cast my mind back, my photographic memory. She said, "You are as bad as each other. I refuse to serve the Father of Snakes or the Mother of Darkness. May you both be struck down." You see, she's clearly on our side.
That doesn't say she's on our side necessarily.
Well, we're certainly against the Father of Snakes and the Mother of Darkness, aren't we?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, so
But
there we
we're
are,
not
same side.
necessarily a queen mummy with powers that can nuke a building and then disappear. Like, she could seriously do some damage. I don't
Well, so Russ, what do you propose we do then? Would you like to try and hide it from her? I'm sure that now that she knows where we are, she could be here and with those
We
powers.
use it to destroy Caduceus. Like, can we just use it? Like, we used those other scepters in the jungle. Well, I couldn't. I rolled terribly, but
You know
I
what?
felt like I could do something with it.
Yeah, you say this, and Lucian actually like gasps a tiny bit. Like he hadn't actually considered using it in any way, and his mind is like racing now. Like his eyes are almost flicking, darting back and forth.
What?
Seems
What?
thinking,
Try to use it right now.
what should I try to do? Maynard, what should I do with this thing? Could it
I don't
be
know, maybe
wielded
it's-
in some way?
Yeah, maybe it shoots stuff. Maybe it hits hard. What does it look like? Does it look like kind of a hammer? Does it look like it's made for bashing stuff, or does it look more like it's made for
It's an
as a
ornate
conduit?
Nuking stuff.
ornate scepter, 3 feet in length, crafted from gold, with a pearl the size of a fist held in place by the spiraling form of a golden snake.
Nice.
I don't think we'd want to hit anybody with it.
Just try using your firearms rifle and see what happens.
My firearms rifle is terrible. Okay. Well, okay. All right. Now, everyone's safely behind me. Lucian picks up the scepter and kind of points it at the...
Do you guys have a power
Arm.
stat?
The
Pow?
bookshelf.
Power?
Aim at the bookshelf.
We have a what?
I have POW.
What's your POW?
90.
What about Lucian Sandus?
Only 50.
It's 40 now.
Ah!
As you grab the scepter and feel part of your energy, your being go into the scepter. Ugh.
Sorry.
Then you drop to your knees, holding it.
Oh, that doesn't look good.
Nothing. You see nothing evident has happened.
I don't think we should try that again.
That didn't look good at all.
Heathcliff comes out with the sandwiches.
I
We should get him
feel
a sandwich, Heathcliff.
What is my pow? I'm trying to figure out like how to react here. Like, what's my pow? My pow is like my willpower, like my
Mental fortitude.
Yeah.
So now I'm more weak-willed, more
weak-willed
Susceptible to
because
being
the scepter.
controlled.
Did it hurt?
No, I don't think it hurt, but I picture it more of like an intense concentration, like past the point of like what you can comprehend. It to be overwhelming and then nothing.
Okay, so let's say like Lucian picks it up and he's like struck by this mental impact, and instead of like reacting like it burnt him or hurt him or anything like that, his eyes kind of roll back in his head and he wobbles for a second, and then he drops it back down on the table, and he's just like swooning like this. Whoa.
Heathcliff crams a cucumber sandwich in your mouth.
And I like grab him and I like slap him in the face a few times, like they do back in the movies. You know, like, oh, just hit him in the face.
Stop it!
Just tap him on the
Eat
cheek.
sandwich.
Maybe give his cheek skin a tug a
I'm
bit.
going to
While
choke
I'm
on
there,
this
just to
sandwich.
make sure.
While you're there, check his face.
Just check what. Yeah, just check his face real quick.
There's butter on the sandwich, which you think Heathcliff might have put on out of spite to make it less dry.
Damn it! That's the way I like my cucumber sandwiches, but Lucian is appalled. But Russ, stop it! Heathcliff, is there goddamn butter on these sandwiches?
He just glares at you.
Well, that was
You're not telling me.
untoward. That was
So
Heathcliff.
he was with your father originally. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's right. Like,
And
he's older than me.
Your father did some expeditioning, or what was their role?
Yeah, he was sort of an explorer around the turn of the century, the late 1800s. You know.
Yeah. Okay. So
part
yeah,
of
you kind of
darkest Africa and all of that.
right. Okay. So yeah. So he, your father never kept anything from me, but you are hiding things. That sounds Scottish, huh? That was probably my best accent.
That was actually that's some of your best work, buddy. That was really good.
Yep.
I was too taken aback by how good.
I don't even know what happened. Now he's
was
going.
even
He
respond.
reaches for his fisherman's friends.
Heathcliff, I'm sorry. You're right. I shouldn't be keeping things from you. It's been an incredibly traumatic roller coaster. Are there roller coasters in 1930? Yeah, there are. Incredibly traumatizing roller coaster of a sequence of events, and so I'll like spend 15 minutes explaining to him everything that's happened. I'm not going to try and summarize it.
Yeah, no hold back. You like show him the scales, tell him everything.
Yeah, I'll tell him
Yeah.
everything. I'll tell him everything.
And then I was flying through the air like a windsock with my pants down.
Not everything.
I'll
Not
make
everything.
you guys make
And
sure.
I'm
you
not
add
interested in
those
you guys
details.
filling in the details. And Russ, you weren't there. Shut up.
Oh, but he heard.
Maynard's told him many times over.
I'll help you tell the story again.
The whole flight to Borneo.
He,
Maynard, stop talking about it.
so he would be just he was. If it wasn't coming from you, he wouldn't believe it. He probably even has a hard time even believing it. And he sits down, stands back up, sits down, starts pacing, goes over and gets a bottle of booze and like uncorks it and pours a drink for everyone.
I certainly don't blame you, Heathcliff. You see what we're up against here. This is end of the world scenarios we're talking about. And to be frank, I don't know that there's a clear direction we know to go, do we, gentlemen? Maynard, damn it, you're always frustratingly, the smartest about these sort of occultish things. Don't you know what we should do?
I don't know. I drank so much Caduceus Kool-Aid that I'm not sure what our move is. Obviously, seems to be some sort of a two-headed serpent situation. They both seem bad. I don't really know what we're supposed to do. I think we need to try and contact Rose Meadham.
Heathcliff asks who that is. Who's Rose Meadham?
She's the estranged daughter of the man monster who is running Caduceus. We're not sure why they don't get along. We met her. She doesn't get along with Caduceus. And then, since we're telling you everything, we saw a bunch of her bodies cloned in a laboratory that we stumbled upon at one point.
Stumbled upon. He takes another drink.
Kind of portal to, stumbled upon, Hard to explain.
He points to the piece of paper that Lucian's just put on the table. Whose is that? Where's that go?
We don't know,
don't know.
Heathcliff. Seems to have appeared here, and I certainly don't have any trust for anyone right now. It seems to be a trap more than anything, don't you think, gentlemen? Or could it possibly be?
I think we got to investigate. It's the only lead we have. And it smells like cigarettes. What if it's Connor's? We got to give it a shot.
I bet it's Connor's.
We know Connor's
It has
brand
to be
of
Connor's.
cigarettes really well.
Yeah,
and
that's
we're
fair.
all like smoking aficionados. Is there any way any of us can do a smell test?
A smell test. You all pass around the card.
Where's
Heathcliff.
where's
did.
my
It's-
smell number? Hang on.
It smelled
Like
like
75 and smell.
cigarettes.
I've only got a 65 in smell.
We could maybe. Is there an investigate? No.
A smell cigarette roll. We'll always go to luck. Who's got the shittiest luck right now?
That's probably.
Well, mine's
I got
57.
51.
Luck
58.
doesn't make sense though. Oh, I'll just fucking tell you. You guys have been around him. You are smoking aficionados. It is definitely Connor's brand of cigarettes.
I knew it.
Russ, you're a genius. You're right.
We definitely need to investigate this then.
How could Connors have escaped, though? Goncalves knew that it was Connors. Well, he said that he knew that somebody within the organization had allowed us into the lower floors. He must have been referring to Connors, don't you think?
He was holding up the piece of paper that had Connor's and your signature
Yes.
on it.
And yet here we have it. It seems proof that Connors could be alive. Somehow dragged his oxygen tank
I'm telling you, it's a
halfway
front.
across lower Manhattan.
It's the front.
First thing I do when I see him, I'm going to tug his face. First thing.
I think that's a good choice.
I'd say we eat these cucumber sandwiches and then we get the heck out of here.
Oh, help yourself. They're disgusting. But Heathcliff,
Oh, sorry, I was mad.
it
And
was untoward.
he goes back in
It was
and
out of bounds.
he comes back with some unsalted dry crackers, hands you the box, and says that he'll make you a sandwich again, and that he's sorry.
Oh, thank you. I accept your apology. Crunch, 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 crunch. He eats them like a duck.
There's little crumbs everywhere.
Yeah,
Where-
just like an explosion of dry crumbs right in his face.
Where's the scepter? Do you keep it close to you?
Yeah, he hasn't moved far from the table. He's staying really close to it.
Russ has it.
Shut up. You pick it up too?
No, not after that.
Cool.
Lucian would not like it if someone else picked up that scepter.
No. Yeah, no.
That's-
He wants to wrap it up again and
And spoon it.
basically, yeah, just
You're not scared of it
Ride it
now?
like a hobby horse. No, he's still.
I would be scared of it. I took away 10 pow.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure how
My
to.
mental fortitude just like made me so like weak-willed. Maybe it made him sad and depressed and
Well, I think,
don't
but I
know.
think that weak-willed is it. I think that I'm going to try and play him just being like more susceptible to suggestion and things like that, like less strong in his own opinions. I don't know. We'll see how it goes.
Okay, yeah, Heathcliff comes out with another batch of non-buttered cucumber sandwiches. Cucumber sliced thin. Don't want any moisture in the mouth. Minimal.
No, just like wafer thin, like
Yeah, you just need a little bit of crunch. The whole point
Like-
of them.
microscope
Yeah.
sample thin.
Maynard's just crushing the butter sandwiches. I've had like 3 sandwiches now.
Russ, any sandwiches?
It's just cigarettes.
Just cigarettes? Fair.
Yeah.
All right, you guys get in the car. You drive around. You get.
What time is it now? Are we going to go out this evening and do this? Or are we going to
Oh, that's a good
Yes,
question.
we have to.
wait till tomorrow? Is anyone injured? Is anyone hurt? I know I'm not feeling well.
I could
Yeah,
use some first
yeah.
aid.
I
Yeah,
can't
same.
precisely remember why. I think it's still back from our adventures in Africa. My God, I can't believe we were in Africa. Just
You've already first
get
aided these guys at
shot.
one point. These aren't new, fresh wounds.
no,
All right, fine.
I'm still down.
You guys got your 2 for having a nice night, nice restful night.
Yeah, and I
No.
treated yesterday.
I'll give you guys another 2. You guys are chilling.
Yes.
Right. Huge.
Speaking of weak-willed,
Ha!
What?
Me. He talked me to hit points back.
Kurt always talks you into stuff. One of the best things about Kurt. I'm going to try and roll medicine on myself and give myself.
No.
Why not?
No.
Fucking doctor.
because of my
Kurt.
comment.
Yeah, I have to now. I have your like the
I
toddler
didn't say
I
anything.
let
It
get
was
away
a
with.
joke.
I'm sorry, I can't do it.
Yeah,
Son of
that's
a
fair.
bitch, Joe.
It's only fair.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
No,
I'm gonna wait next
you've
time you
already
need
first
first aid.
aided
Cool.
these injuries. They cannot be.
But what
It
about
says specifically
luck?
you can do it every day.
Talk to me tomorrow.
Well, it hasn't been a new day though, has it?
Yeah, it has because we slept over. It was
Yeah,
You
we
slept
slept
at
at
Russ's
Russ's
house?
house.
we slept at Russ's house.
Oh,
That
that's
was the
true.
latest
I
gunfight.
probably did
Yeah.
first aid in the morning, then went and talked to the mom.
Oh, I think we did too. That does sound familiar.
Definitely
You-
familiar. And that's how I shall rule it.
It's not at all familiar.
Gavel sound. Gavel sound.
Yeah. Hang on, 20-minute break while I go and listen to the episode. All right.
You pull up at the address, and it is a small flower shop. Nothing significant, just a normal part of town. That is the address.
Nondescript. Can we
Is there a
retcon
back
that we-
alleyway?
No.
Can we retcon that we brought weapons?
Yeah, I assume that
Oh,
you always
definitely.
have weapons. Hey, Russ, remember Russ was disappointed. You don't have your gun out already? No, Russ has his gun out. No, Russ doesn't go anywhere with
If
it.
it's not out, it's in his trench coat pocket with his hand,
A hundred
finger on the trigger pointed straight in front of him.
the whole time. Trigger
Yeah.
safety.
Heathcliff brought a hunting rifle.
A hunting rifle.
Just strapped to his back.
I don't think he
Nice.
did. Maybe he's got one in the trunk, but he's not strapping a fucking hunting rifle around.
No, yeah, but he brought one.
Yeah, okay, there's one in the car.
Sure, yeah.
Hunting. Someone said something. I can't.
Flower shop.
What's that?
Mm.
Yeah, flower
It's
shop.
a flower shop. Oh, okay.
And no alleyway behind. So it's in through the front door.
Does it look open?
It does look open. Oh, did you guys wait till evening? I can't remember. If you guys waited till dark, then it's closed. If it's during the day
We
still.
just ate the sandwiches and then we left.
I think it's got to be evening by now because it was mid-afternoon
It's
before,
like-
and now we had all of
Yeah.
that.
It's like
sandwiches and coffee.
around dinner time.
Dinner time? Okay, yeah. The shop's just closing up. They're out front. There's a lady out front sweeping. There's a young girl bringing in some flowers.
Lucian, go talk to him. Go say something smart. Make us look normal.
Okay, yes, certainly I can do that. Lucian walks
Ask-
off, wondering
ask for
why
Connors.
he's agreeing.
Where's the scepter?
Yeah, exactly.
Ooh, where is the scepter? In the trunk. In the trunk of the car.
In the trunk. Okay. Can you make a POW roll for me?
Love it.
Okay. Oh man. Yeah, that's a big fail. 92 over 40.
Whoa.
You're sitting on the trunk. You're not going up to talk to the people. You're like,
You know,
"Yeah."
Russ, I think I need to stay here. Actually, I thought it would be good to go and talk to that person, but I think I need to stay really close to the scepter right now.
Just straight up admitting
Maynard,
it like that.
go talk to them.
Okay, Maynard goes in. They're outside sweeping or they're inside the shop or what?
They're outside sweeping. There's a young woman who's bringing flowers, and you figure they're like getting their merchandise from out front, bringing it to the store. The lady's sweeping the walk. Oh, we're just closing up.
Okay.
Is there
Oh,
something
am
you
I
need?
too late? I was interested in some roses.
Oh, some roses. How many?
A dozen.
A dozen roses. Okay, yeah, we can get that up for you. That's fantastic. That's a big
Oh,
order.
thank you. That's very kind. Thank
75 cents, please.
you. Okay.
I don't know.
give her a
19 I don't know.
dollar.
1930
Exorbitant.
I don't know 1933 rose prices, but
They're criminals.
I give her $1 and tell her to keep the change.
oh wow,
Wow,
They,
moneybags.
A quarter tip.
they're Russ is flabbergasted.
They're
How many
rent for
cans
a
of
month.
beans I can buy? I like a month's supply.
25 cans of beans, I think.
Who are you getting the roses for?
Oh, for my girlfriend.
Oh, very nice. Oh, special lady. What a wonderful man. She's just making small
Thank
talk
you
while
so
they're
much.
wrapping up. A payphone starts to ring. Ring, ring, ring. And yes, payphones were invented. I Googled it while I walked my dog.
Is it
before I came.
inside or outside?
Outside. Ring, 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 ring.
Would
Russ-
Maynard hear it?
Oh, you can all hear
Russ
it.
is out. Russ is outside,
It's right
just
out
looking
front of
through
the
the
flower
window
shop.
at Maynard. So he's going to go over and pick up the receiver and say, "Maynard Clayton,
Maynard! Maynard, is that you? It's Connors.
Connors. Oh, this is Russ.
Is it Maynard? Oh, you hear like a big gas of oxygen, like.
Are you okay? You sound terrible."
No, I feel great.
Oh, okay.
Starts hacking. Hold on.
Where-
Hold on.
where-
you
where
hear
are
like
you?
a lighter. I'm in the hotel across the road.
I look up and see like smoke coming out of a window or something.
Yeah, no, you don't. All the windows are pretty close. You do see. No, you don't even see anything. No one's up there. He's like,
Okay. I just like
they're trying to kill.
ding, hang up the receiver.
Hello. Okay.
I don't have time for him. You take forever.
He does. He's a talker.
Dave loves playing Connors.
I do. I love
you
Connors.
can tell. He always
Connors is fun.
Sorry.
drags it way out.
I opened the door. Maynard, come on.
Oh, here.
I found Connors.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Hold it.
Leave the flowers. We don't need them.
Please.
Forget about the flowers. I'm sorry. We have to go. And I just run out and leave the money behind.
Okay. You see, they kind of follow you out and look like, oh, that was weird.
Lucian.
What about your girl? Oh well. He left his money. Maybe we should run it over to him. The young girl starts following you with the dollar bill. You left your money, sir.
Oh, that's a tip for you. Thank you.
Oh wow. You know how many cans of beans this is gonna buy? She yells as she runs back into the store.
100?
Approximately 100.
Okay, you go to a in the front door of this hotel. Ding ding ding.
Lucian doesn't go anywhere without the scepter, so he opens up the trunk and he pulls out the scepter and sort of carries it under one arm with him.
Wrapped in a blanket or whatever it was in before.
Yeah, it's wrapped in a cloth.
Okay.
He wrapped it in something more appropriate that he had in the center, some like oilcloth or whatever to keep it safe.
I see Russ shaking
Tied it
his
with
head over there.
straps and stuff.
Russ is
Oh
shaking his
no,
head.
this is not good. I think this is
Well, we can't leave it in the car,
Not
Russ. We
good.
have to keep it safe with us.
yeah.
Don't
Whatever
worry,
you
I
say.
take full responsibility.
Whatever you say.
Heathcliff he glances at the hunting rifle, then glances at Lucian. It's like, huh? Did I?
I don't know. Doesn't seem like we'll be in danger.
Okay, he closes the trunk. You want me to wait here?
Yes, that's a good idea. Stay here, keep the car running.
Maybe there's an eclair store. An eclair shop. And he starts glancing around the street.
Well, now don't walk too far looking for eclairs. Damn it, we may need to leave in a hurry.
No, in fact, Heathcliff, you should get that rifle out and sit in the car with it and keep a watch on those windows of that hotel.
He looks at Lucian.
Yeah, Russ is probably right.
You
Good
don't
idea,
be too
Russ.
careful.
Sit here with the rifle.
Yeah, carefully, like, not too obviously, not with the rifle pointed out of the car,
Just-
mind you. Just
Got the sights lined up. He's just tracking all the windows. Okay, he agrees to wait. He puts it in the back seat. He sits in the back and he's like, I feel weird. Then he gets in the front, but he doesn't know where to put the rifle. He's a little, it's a little overwhelming to him, but he's getting a grip on things. All right, Russ,
I know the feeling.
Russ and Maynard, you guys go in the hotel with Lucian tagging behind.
Yep. I've got my hand on my gun in my pocket.
Okay, you go in and It's a pretty shitty hotel. You go in, there's like a crappy ceiling fan turning its dark brown motif, stained carpet. It's not a nice place at all. Very seedy joint. And behind the desk, there's a greasy looking fat dude. We got no rooms. You'll have to come back another time.
Just looking for our friend.
What room's he in?
Not 100% sure. He's got the
I forgot
oxygen
to
tank.
ask.
Real slow guy.
Okay.
Connors.
Oh, yeah. Room 203. There's the stairs over there. And he just points to the corner. You got to be out by 11.
Can I glance down like at what he was looking at?
Sure. Make a spot hidden. He's trying to hide something.
He is he? I get... No, I have keen hearing, not keen vision. I got a 43 under 80.
You see he slides a magazine under the newspaper. And then points for you guys where to go.
Oh,
Yeah,
was it
nudie mag.
smut? Was it smut?
Learning something new about Russ.
While he's
Disgusting.
hiding his nudie mag, Maynard takes a really close look at the seams around his eyes to see if it looks like a poorly fitted serpent person mask at all. I'll try my spot hidden. The 46 under 77.
46 under 77, so a regular success.
A regular success.
And it's a bit dim in here. There's like a bit of a desk light. It's hard to get a good look without going right up close to him.
Okay. I don't want to be too obvious, so that's the extent
Not
of
going
my
for the face tug?
investigation.
No face tug?
No across the counter face tug.
It's it's over there. No guests past 11.
All right.
Okay. No problem. What time is it now?
Points up at the clock. It is 6:18.
All right, no problem. So we head for the stairs. We start making our way up. Is it possible to delay somewhere where it looks like I've gone out of sight and then peek my head back around the corner and see what he's up to?
You want to spy that nudie mag, don't you, Maynard?
I'm curious if that's what he's
Dirty
doing or
boy.
if he makes a quick phone call or something.
We're like making fake footsteps up the stairs where you like start
Yeah,
heavy
exactly.
and then you just get like quieter and quieter.
And then I told him, no way. And the voices kind of slowly trail off my voice. Like,
Mumble, mumble, rutabaga, rutabaga, rutabaga.
No, he slides his newspaper away and starts flipping through his new nudie magazine.
Pin up magazine.
Pin up. Do they have swank back in then? I don't know which one it is.
and then you hear a zip.
Zip.
Brought me back to 1991.
All right. You guys go. Immediately, you smell cigarettes in the hallway. And you look over at 203 and you see like cigarette smoke haze on the bottom of the door.
Found him.
Hold on. Russ cups his hand to the door.
Oh, where's my... Oh, I dropped my lighter. Fuck. Fuck. Oh, I went under the bed. It's going to take me half an hour to get this fucking thing. Maybe there's a button here that's still lit and you hear like rummaging. I need a butt. I need something.
I just turn to the guys. I nod. Coast is clear.
Maynard knocks loudly on the door like the cops.
Silence.
Connors, it's us. I just talked to you on the phone. We just came up from the street.
Silence.
Maynard, why did you knock like that? You terrified me.
Maynard knocks really loud again.
Maynard,
Connors.
stop it.
You hear a little click and then the door open and the chain and smoke just comes out and you see Connor's pasty face. His cheeks look sunken in, his eyes are sunken, his skin is pale. It is you. Hold on. And he closes the door and takes the chain off and opens the door. Quick, quick, quick. Were you followed? There's a man outside. I've never seen him before. He's got a rifle. takes a huge haul off his mask. You see, like, you go in this room and you see a duffel bag with some clothes strewn out. 2 empty air tanks on the ground with a couple more in the corner. A little dolly. And you see a desk and he's got a bunch of files and some papers. Quick, close the door.
Don't worry, Connors. The man outside is with us.
Are you sure? Did you give him a face
Yes.
tug?
Positive.
We did, actually.
Oh, you know that trick, do you?
Russ
How
gives
much
him a
do you
thumbs
know, Connors?
up. If that's your name.
I know they're trying
That
to
is
kill
your
me.
real name.
They're trying to kill me. But I won't
Caduceus,
let
they're
them.
trying to kill everybody.
I won't let. No, they're trying to kill me specifically for helping Lucian. And he points over to Lucian. And Maynard, Russ, my lighter went under the bed. Can you?
Maynard pulls one out of his pocket and lights his cigarette immediately.
Oh, just a sigh of relief.
Connors, you're looking well, old man. How have you been doing? We haven't seen you for, what? It must have been 3-4 days now.
Oh, I've been tired, but I think it's just the stress. He takes a cough, but Caduceus is trying to kill us.
Yeah, we know that. What else do you
You
know?
know that. He takes another
Yeah.
drag off his cigarette. What do you know? What happened?
Russ tells him that Caduceus.
Why are you stopping?
Russ begins to talk, but then stops.
You need a smoke?
Yes. Of course.
Of course.
Thanks, Connors.
He fumbles. I need your lighter again, and starts coughing, and just you see a little blood splatter in his oxygen mask. And he takes
Maynard
it,
lights that
no.
cigarette, and then he gets down on his
no.
takes it off, and he
achy
just
knees.
wipes the inside of the mask out with his shirt and puts it back on. Takes a hoot, a big haul. Oh, this tank's almost empty.
Can I check the room?
Yeah, of course.
Can I do like spot hidden or something in the room?
Sure.
While he's trying to light a cigarette for me, I guess. 38 under 80.
Hard success.
It
Hard.
looks like a room that someone's been staying in for a couple days. There's like a little bit of like fast food. Judging by the couple oxygen tanks and the overflowing ashtrays.
Doesn't look like there might have been another person in here at some point with him.
No, it looks strictly like it's been Connor's hold up in here.
Okay.
Just 100% Winston brand cigarette butts pouring out of the
everywhere,
ashtrays. Yeah.
There isn't
okay.
lipstick stain on any of
None
them.
They're all Connor's.
I wouldn't judge Connors.
He's got no time for that. They're trying to kill him.
Connors, you're the one that reached out to us. Tell us what you know. Tell us.
I wanted to tell you they're trying to kill you.
Well, we know they're trying to kill us.
Well, I didn't know that.
We barely escaped with our lives.
He coughs and takes a big haul off the mask. What did you find? Why are they trying to kill you?
Because we know the depths of their machinations, man. We know all about their goal to use some sort of terrible instrument on the lost island of Mu and enslave the entire human race.
You got us downstairs. Do you know what's down there?
It's the labs. There's labs.
Yeah, and then like a portal to Africa and more labs. And then they tried to kill us when we came back.
Portal to...
Human testing, turning humans into
Yeah, they got a
serpent
bunch
hybrids.
of Rose
Tyrannosaurus.
Meadum clones.
Tyrannosaurus.
He's just looking at you guys as you guys are saying this to him, and he seems like, it explains a lot, though. Takes another cough, and I'd really like it if someone got my lighter for me.
Maynard climbs under the bed and grabs it.
Thank you. My Brooklyn Dodgers lighter. It's my favorite one.
Aw. Poor guy. He's gonna die soon.
Hey, don't
Connors,
say that. I
what do
feel
you-
fucking great.
Connors, what do you know? How could you have worked for Caduceus for this long and not seen what they were doing?
Well, I don't.
You were in the dark this entire time?
Well, I didn't know they were trying to enslave humanity. I had no idea.
What did you think they were doing in the labs downstairs?
I've never been to the
Well,
labs.
Lucian, to be fair, he was just a guy that stayed upstairs and people would come and sign out stuff from him. He was just
points at Russ and nods.
low level, which is, I'm confused as to why we're here. Like, is there anything that you can help us with?
There is. There's something that's caught Joshua Meadham's attention and Gonkaba's attention in Iceland.
How do you know this?
Once Lucian went down, I started snooping around a bit. I didn't really know what was going on, and I really wanted to protect. I wanted to protect you guys. Are my only friends, and he just starts coughing again. They're really the only ones who have been nice to me.
Put a hand on his shoulder.
You pass me a smoke.
I reach into his front breast pocket, grab a smoke for him.
Maynard, can I have one of you got those nice fancy slim ones. I feel like this is a...
Maynard takes out 2 of the fancy ones and lights them both at the same time and hands one to Connors.
These are gold. These are gold.
Maynard actually takes like a good handful of extra cigarettes and tucks them into his breast pocket with the other cigarettes.
Pockets just bulging.
He nods. He likes that. He goes over and starts shuffling through some files. He talks to you about things that you guys already know about the internet, the stuff that you found in the labs that talked about the efforts of trying to reach Mu, but the internet are trying to return the island back to the... He starts showing you basically stuff that collaborates with that. I found all of this, and I found this one. It's from Frank. He's the... He starts coughing again. The head of security. And he slides over a piece of paper. It's a memo to Joshua from Frank that says, March 3rd, 1933. So you guys are in... Oh, where would you guys be? And you guys are in like early April right now. Break-in at the Connecticut estate on February 24th. My men have completed their investigation of last month's break-in at the Meadham estate. Their findings are, there's no indication of this being an inside job or of Caduceus staff providing any assistance to the burglars. The dead guards were killed by sorcerous means. Nothing of value was taken, but every building had been searched extensively. The desecration of the temple suggests that the intruders were enemies of the father of snakes. The lack of dead snakes in the temple indicates that the intruders had nothing to fear from snake venom. All of these factors indicate that the inner knight are involved. Given the public nature of the Meadham estate, it will be difficult to defend should they return. No materials relating to the Caduceus operation should be stored at the estate for the immediate future. Any artifacts or religious texts should be removed to the storeroom on the 7th floor of the Meadham building, and any scientific materials and specimens should be secured in the laboratories in the lower basement. All sensitive documents are to be kept in Mr. Meadham's personal safe. Given that we will be unable to relocate the temple, we will retain a presence at the Connecticut estate. I recommend we increase the security presence at the estate by 3 men per shift and double the patrol frequency. We shall have to use human guards due to the lack of essential resources, and I will vet them personally. Replacement for the trained dog guards killed by the intruders are also essential. Can I please request that we do not attempt to use those lizard hybrids we experimented with last year? Their baying attracted attention
Lucian, they're talking
from
about you.
neighbors,
and Jenkins needed to have his arm amputated after the incident.
Oh, God.
But
Wow. Okay. Sorry, where is the estate in Connecticut?
they call it the Connecticut estate. It's actually just outside of New York.
Right.
It's Mr. Meadham's personal estate. Connors is, I know exactly, I can tell you exactly where it is. But
It doesn't sound like there's anything left there worth investigating, though. Everything was moved to the 7th floor of the Caduceus building.
And his personal safe.
I might, I can help with access. we might be able to get into there.
To the building or to the estate are you talking about?
The 7th floor?
I should be able to get you into the...
Connor, spill it out. Jesus, hurry
It's
up.
hard to talk right now. My chest hurts.
Get him a cigarette.
You need a cigarette?
It's stress.
Get him a fucking cigarette.
I only have 3 right now. I need 4 more. Light them for me. Hurry, please.
Maynard gives
My
him
chest
4
hurts.
lit
My
cigarettes.
chest hurts. Oh, and he takes a big drag in. Oh, feels much better. Oh, takes a drag out. Sucks on the oxygen tank.
The chaser.
There's also a couple other things I know a few people I might be able to figure some things out and get some people to help us on the inside. But I can't make sense of this. You guys seem to know more than I do.
Can we have
We
these
can't.
files?
Pardon me?
Can't make sense of it either.
Can we have these files?
Yeah, you can have them. But he starts shuffling through some other things. There's something going on in Iceland. Caduceus is sending operations there. They're organizing everything as we speak. Everything's going, and this is something that Goncalves has taken personal attention to. So I think that there might be something there. And he
What
starts.
sort of resources are they sending to Iceland?
There's been severe volcanic activity. A massive volcano is sending tremors and eruptions through the land, and Caduceus has taken special interest in it, especially Dr. Goncalves. And he takes another cough and starts just hacking.
What else is Caduceus looking for? Like they know where the island of Mu is. They've got their hands on the mechanism, I think, right? Like what do they still need?
You flash back to your first encounter when you found the dreamer in her sanctuary, where you found the mummy and you found the scepter and you found an empty box that looked like it contained a crown.
Oh, right. Shit, I forgot all about that.
You start to mention that to Connors, and Connors perks up and he's like, that makes sense. We've been sending lots of resources. I didn't know what they were looking for, but they're definitely searching. And he just starts, they're searching for something, and that might be it. I can find out more. And he starts like tapping, and you see he's starting to think, like his wheels are turning.
Right. So in some of the documents that we got in Africa talked about how what I said earlier is wrong. So they know where the island of Mu is, but they can't get to it because there's defense mechanisms and they need to get past those. So maybe they need the crown to get past. Well, okay, so that must be what they're looking for, right? Does that make sense to you guys?
Yeah, that makes sense to me. Maybe they need the
Well,
crown
I thought there
and
was
the
a-
scepter.
I thought there was also talk of like a portal.
There is something about a scepter. They're looking for a scepter too. I've definitely heard that. And he points over at you. There's looking for 2 things. I know that about the mummy. Yeah, no, they're looking for something. I'm going to find out more.
I'm pretty certain that the scepter is of no importance at all. I think you can probably forget about that.
Well, I'm gonna see where they're putting their resources. We might be able to narrow down what they're looking at. Not everyone in that building is evil. I've known some of these people for a long time.
But have you really known them, Connors? Have you pinched their faces? We have evidence that many of the people around us and involved with this are actually snake people.
But there's
wearing
normal,
human faces,
but
flawless human faces.
there's normal people there. My son, or not my son, sorry,
This is
my
what
nephew.
I'm telling you.
My nephew works in the mailroom. He's a
Your
normal
nephew could
person.
be a snake man.
He works in the mailroom. You see, he's starting to get upset.
Have you pinched his face, Connors? I'm grabbing him by the shoulders. Have you pinched his face?
Oh, not too hard.
Like
Lucian,
this. And
Lucian.
Shield,
I grabbed him
Shield
by the
shows him
shoulder.
how you would pinch someone's face, but he's actually trying to do it just to see if he's a snake person too.
No, you pull his face and like cigarette smoke comes out. a little bit from under his eyelid.
It's like tear duct.
Like poking a mushroom in that little puff of.
No, stop face pulling me. I'm human. I'm a human. This is.
Connors, are you still going to work?
This is. No. No, I
Okay.
can't go back there.
How did you find out they were after you? And how did you escape?
I just left. I heard there was a ruckus. There was a whole bunch of stuff going on, and I was snooping around. And I overheard a couple of them talking that they needed me and they wanted to come get me, and I just didn't. It didn't feel right. I got, like I
Smart
said,
man.
I've got some friends there, and it just, it didn't feel right. It didn't feel right, and I think my suspicions are confirmed. I've talked. They're looking for me. I can't go home. I've seen them waiting for me. I've seen them at my house. I can't go home. That's why I'm here. Yours was the only place I remembered was your address, and he points over at Lucian. So that's why I figured I can trust you guys, right? We're all friends. Like, we should need a name. We're like the fucking Delta Squad or something, right? All of us. And he coughs.
We're friends till the end, Connors. Delta Squad.
till the
And I
end,
give him
yeah.
a Predator handshake.
Predator handshake, yeah. He gives you
Yeah.
one too, and his grip is so weak. You can see he's trying
Yeah,
to. He's
I I give him the firm Predator handshake, to
Not
be
too-
friendly, but it nearly pulls him over, and he has to use
And it's
his
like-
oxygen tank to hold himself up.
Yellowy fingers wrap around your hand.
and you pull your arm away, and you've left like 5 bruises just from your fingertips squeezing him a little bit. He's got bruises on his arm.
Yellowy purple bruise.
Sorry about that, my man.
It'll be okay. They should go away after a few months. And he sits down and he takes another cigarette and he starts to smoke. Could you pass me one of my tanks? I think this one's empty. Starts-
Connors, yes, while we get another tank for you, I can manage that. Medical professional and all
heavy.
that. But can you... Well, yes, I'm not that weak. Anyways, you were saying that you might be able to get us to the 7th floor into the building safely. Inconspicuously.
Well, I don't know. I got to talk to some people. I got to figure out what's going on.
Well, now be careful who you're talking to. You need to squeeze their faces.
I'll face tug everybody. I'll tug them right there, right on the spot. Tug, tug, tug. I'll just keep tugging to everyone I see.
Right, well, where are you going to meet them? You can't very well go back to the office to meet with them.
No,
How are you
I'll-
going to pull them away?
I don't know. I'll figure it out. I'm not just a smoke-filled hat rack. I got brains in here. And he taps his head, and a little bit of smoke comes out one ear. And he coughs again.
Well, all right, good man. Good luck on your mission then. And how will you communicate to us that when you've uncovered this? How long do you think you'll need?
I got some people I'll talk to, but I'm telling you. And he pulls out some stuff. There's something going on here. Look at this. And he waves over. Look at all the supplies. Everything sent out to Iceland. Goncalves himself signed all these things. He rushed everything through. Something important is going on here. Something important is going on here. And he just starts coughing. I can feel it. It's like my gut. Like my gut told me to get out of there. This is my gut is telling me we should follow this up.
Does this
Look at these. And he starts flipping through, and they're sending planes to this little place here. And he points on a map and he reads off some names. There's a little runway there. They're flying things straight over to, I believe it's to Dublin, and then straight over to Iceland. There's a strip there. Something's up with this volcano, and it's the strange things too is when I'm reading about all the stuff that it has little tremors, and it usually gives off some warning signs. But this volcano, it started going crazy. It started going crazy, and Caduceus immediately made it a priority that they're going there. So I don't know.
Sounds like should be our priority too.
we need to look into this?
Is
How the hell are we
Dr. Goncalves in Iceland?
I can find out. I don't know. I don't know, but
I don't think he's
He's-
ever left the building, the Caduceus building, as far as we know, since we've known him.
Is that true,
Is he-
Connors?
is he
Does he
a
ever
snake?
leave the building?
Is he a snake person? Do you believe him?
I think
To be a
he
snake
must
person?
be.
And he coughs.
He must be. He must be. How could he not be?
I've known that man for so
When we were
long.
going to go to Oklahoma, he was concerned that we would harm those people.
Uh-huh.
Oh, so that
That's
doesn't sound
right.
like a snake person at all.
Unless
Why?
the people in Oklahoma were already snake people. Dun dun dun.
I don't know. He reaches and starts face tugging Lucian.
It's
Stop
starting
it.
to sound to me, though, fellas, like The snake people, we might have assumed that they were sort of an advanced race for a long time, but I think the ones that we've been dealing with that we would call snake people are these hybrids that we were referring to earlier. And according to this information here from Connors, they want to go back to using human guards because these snake hybrids aren't up to snuff.
Well, it seems like they're running out of these hybrids. Let me get the memo again. He starts flipping through his pages. Oh no, I gave it to one of you. Which one of you did I give it to? Can I have it back?
Maynard hands it to him.
Yeah, we should use only human guards due to lack of essential resources. I'll vet them personally. That's what he means. Human guards, that the other guards were all these hybrids that you talk about.
Just maybe don't have enough of them.
I don't know. We need to find out more. I'm gonna find out more. You guys know where to find me, right? Do you guys have the means to get on an airplane? Can you do those kind of things?
Yes, of course.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
It's a simple flight north to Toronto and then a hop to Newfoundland, and I believe we can fly from there.
It'd be 7 days across the Atlantic to Dublin and another 5 days back to Iceland. We'll have to charter a private plane.
Connors is going through the stuff again. He's talking. He keeps going back to the Iceland stuff, and then he's like, "Wait, descended here? Like this isn't a humanitarian mission. There's no way." And he just starts tapping. None of this makes sense. There's something going on there for sure. I think.
Yes, all right, Connors, we believe you. We're going to Iceland.
I wish I could go with you guys, but I can't.
I really don't. I don't think it's for the best.
I'm gonna stay here and I'm gonna figure out more. And when you get back, find me here.
You'll stay here then, in this building.
I don't know. What if they find me here? Should I go somewhere
This
else?
is just it. No.
I recommend changing your location every 2 days.
Okay, I'll find you. I'll find you.
You know
And
what?
he nods.
I explained to him a strategy of leaving a coded message in the want ads in the New York Times.
Oh
with
yeah.
a code word and then the number for his latest address. And that's how we'll communicate.
Or like a Lost Connections.
Yeah.
Smoke-filled sexy man. Look for man with golden rod. And he laughs.
Lucian suddenly is like, wait a second, does he know what I'm carrying here?
Oh yeah, I guess he doesn't, huh?
No, he doesn't.
That's funny though. Okay, he hands you a bunch of other stuff, and he wants what? He asks you specifically what information you guys want from Caduceus.
Connors, we should tell you. The Caduceus building is at risk. I don't know if I'm at liberty to share the details with you about who might be targeting the building, but there is talk of an assault, an attack on the building by allies of ours who are none too pleased with Caduceus. You may be in your best interest to get the information or whatever goods you can secret away from the 7th floor while you can. Warn those who you've successfully face-tugged to be away from the building. Don't you think, gentlemen? Am I out of bounds sharing this information?
No,
Tell Connors everything.
Be careful, Connors.
Not safe.
Should we try to
You only have so much time, man.
Should we try to get into the building now?
Yes, I believe as soon as possible.
Can you sneak us in the building?
He just kind of like looks flabbergasted. I can get you in the building, not through the front doors. I can get you through one of the cargo decks. You know what I mean, where the trucks come and shit. But then after that, you're on your own. I'll be no help. Maybe back in my younger days, but but I have to pull this tank with me now, and it's just too heavy.
What do you think, gentlemen? Should we be trying to uncover what's happening inside the Caduceus building before our mob friends destroy it, or should we get to Iceland?
No, hold. Your mob friends are going to destroy the building?
Yeah.
My nephew works in there. I think it was my nephew, right?
Yeah,
That's
it
what
was
you
your
said.
nephew.
Yeah.
Face hug him quickly and then get him out of there.
He seems flabbergasted by all of this. When is this happening?
What do you guys think we should do?
I kind of want to put Connors out of his misery.
Don't you, Connors? Connors is rad.
Just put him down, you know? It's like a
No, it's so painful.
20-year-old cat is wheezing and throwing up everywhere. Just kill
The
it.
quality of life. It's a quality of life question.
It's the quality of life.
I feel like we should try and check out the Caduceus building before the mob blow it up.
Holy shit, really?
Well,
I feel like that's our demise.
I feel like Maynard would want to most of all, because as interested as I am in the scepter, wouldn't Maynard be the one who's most interested in all the other occult items and things like that they moved to the 7th floor?
For sure, Maynard is very interested in what might be in there, but it seems like a death wish.
Russ wants to full-on assault the entire building. He wants to like consult with the mob, you know, go in there with a fire team, ransack his personal safe, go to the 7th floor,
SEAL Team 6?
grab yeah, just nuke it.
Let's do it.
Well, gentlemen,
Anyone?
what do we do? Do we sneak in? Do we assault the Caduceus building with the help of our Italian friends? Or do we forego
Rush just goes like this
and
rubs his hands.
get ourselves to Iceland? Find the crown.
I'll follow you guys.
I think we should kill everyone in that building, except for your nephew.
There's
Connors.
got to be other people. Not everyone is it's got to, I
can't guarantee there's going to be losses on both sides.
I need to get a note. I need to get a note to him. He needs to get out. You have to find him. His name's Doug.
Doug. All right,
Dougie.
we'll find Doug.
Doug.
Damn it. Maynard, what should we do? I feel like Russ is having a bloodthirsty moment, and I don't know if my opinion can be wholly trusted right now.
I mean, we're literally on the run from Caduceus. The last time we were in the building, they sprayed bullets at us and we killed several people. It feels like going back there with no allies could be a bit risky, especially considering the clock's ticking and we don't know when the mob is about to burn the building down. So, you know, it just seems like a low probability mission.
Right, so sneaking in, low probability. What about allying with the mob then and assaulting the building? Or do we even care what's on that 7th floor? Maybe we don't. Maybe who cares if we find some occultish items? Let's
Like,
Yeah.
what's our priority? Is it our priority to finish off Caduceus or save the world?
our priority is to save the world. So you're right. This is the way we frame this. We need to get to Iceland, don't we?
That's kind of what I'm saying. Even though I desperately want to kill everybody in that goddamn godforsaken building, we have other priorities, I guess.
I think we need to get to Iceland. We
All right.
know that the crown, if it is available, is not in the Caduceus building,
You're right.
or they wouldn't be looking.
You're exactly right. All right. Thank you for talking it out with me. You're right. Let's get ourselves to Iceland.
Okay, shall we
Agreed.
montage our way to the airport and to Iceland?
Yeah, let's
It's a
montage.
montage. Yeah.
Packing,
The
driving
little picture of the
quickly
map with the
at
plane and
night.
the red dots behind it.
Oh yeah. Oh, we're doing the flights and everything too. Oh, sweet.
Oh yeah, like the Indiana Jones flight, the little red dots.
Yeah. You guys, as you guys are going over, you're discussing things. Connors is giving you all the information that he knows from Caduceus. That basically they're landing in this off this small peninsula. He says they've been hiring guides, and they basically want to go to this small village near the volcano. It seems to be what Caduceus' plan is, and that seems to be what their goal is. One thing
It's not going to be safe for us, though, to land at that same Caduceus.
Talking
airstrip,
to
though, right?
Connors,
Like, we're going to have to land at Reykjavik or something.
talking to Connors, he thinks that you guys are ahead of them. They have more logistics to
Ooh.
get through to get everything sent over there. If you guys leave right away,
Yeah, we just caught like a civilian flight.
you guys can. Yeah, they have a lot of logistics, and he's like, and Connors is like, and I'm the guy who does it, and I'm not there, so I know that they're slow right now. Things are slow. If you guys get there, you can beat them there.
That might be the most insightful thing you've shared so far. You're exactly right.
He coughs again. See, I told you, not just a smoke-filled hat rack. And he coughs again and just starts wheezing.
Wait, are we in the air right now?
This is you're flashing back to a conversation.
We're having a
with him in the
flashback.
hotel before you left. No, Connors is not.
It's part of the montage.
It's part of the montage. 100%. 100%.
Love
Can
it.
we flashback that I bought a Mauser somewhere so I can have my proper gun back?
Oh, no, there's no Mauser anymore, my friend. You can, by all means, get another gun, but I will rule there is no Mauser.
Might as well be dead.
Nah,
Might as well be dead.
That's the name of this episode right there. You're welcome, Dave.
it's a good title for the episode. Kind of, it refers to Connors. It refers to us.
Yeah. Our current state of affairs, not really knowing what to do
Yeah.
and at a loss. Feeling like the whole weight of the world's coming down on us. Has anyone here been to Iceland?
No, God, no.
It's on my list. It's right.
Why?
Well, I
God,
know,
no.
like, it's kind of hard to get
Such a British thing to say. God, no. Oh,
No, it's
terrible
not very hard.
place. Full of ice.
It is pretty hard to get to. Not like getting to, Las Vegas.
I hear it's a great place to visit.
Yeah, I've heard it's incredible.
If you're into like, what do you call it? That type of tourism.
Sort of ecotourism, adventure tourism.
Ecotourism, adventure tourism, all that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, some of the sites there look amazing.
Well, you guys end up landing, and now I'm gonna butcher some names of this place.
Come on, Dave. Pull it together. You can do it.
Oh, there is a lot of consonants in this place.
I'm sure you took the time to like Google pronounce all of these
Oh,
places.
lordy!
Our listeners are going to be our Icelandic listeners are going to be pissed.
You end up landing at one of the main cities in Iceland, and then end up flying to a small airport on the northeast coast of the Snæfellsnes Peninsula. Stickholmur
Nailed it.
lies there's a place that's just 40 miles from the base of the Snæfellsjökull, which is the volcano.
Now you're
Perfection.
just making shit up.
The Snæfellsjökull. SNAEFELLSJO, 2 dots over the O, KULL.
Oh, so it's spelled exactly as it sounds then.
Joskull. We're just going with Joskull.
The Joskull.
That is the site of the volcano where Caduceus seems to be very interested in. Talking to Connors during the montage and before you left, you guys have figured probably the best thing to do is you can get a guide that will basically just drive you to this small village that's at the base of the volcano, and then you guys can kind of investigate from there and figure out what's going on. Lots of volcanic activity. Like even on the ground, you guys land at this small peninsula and you're talking to someone and arranging a guide, and you can feel like small tremors. And there's not a lot of people here right now. It's not a very popular. It's not a tourist hotspot right now as we speak. You end up getting a guide called Gunhildur. She spent her entire life living on this peninsula. She knows the area as well as anyone. There is this volcano. She asks you guys, like the movie, the setting of Jules Verne's Journey to the Center of the Earth. This was like this is a hotspot now because this was the volcano in there. And people who do come visit, that's what they're here for. And she assumes that you're kind of like just going to check that out and it's erupting. So you know, oh, it's cool. Let's go check it out. She makes a modest living as a guide. She's one of the better ones. She's got a small Jeep that can fit 3 in the back, you guys 2 in the front. She fires up the Jeep and starts, you know, the montage ends as you guys are cruising in the Jeep, and she asks you, what are you here for?
I'd appreciate if you just drive, guide. Thank you.
Oh, a friendly type.
Russ, don't be rude. You know that book that Jules Verne wrote?
Oh, yes. It's made this place very popular. Would you like to see?
We just love the book. We had to see it for ourselves.
So you're interested in the history. Would you like to hear folk stories?
Absolutely.
Why is your Icelandic accent so much more convincing than your Scottish accent?
Dude, I'm the worst at accents. Good lordy. Just terrible.
No, it's great. This is actually
there's a tiny bit of Swedish chef in there, but
Christ.
it's
Well, that's
there
why I
is.
kind of go down. I have to
okay.
go between groundskeeper Willie and the Swedish chef. Man. All right, back to the Swedish chef. She tells you, I'll just commentary it. She
tells you.
She tells you local folk tales. People from this village, stories of lights in the skies, going to and from the volcano. She talks about there's always stories of trolls and big hairy creatures that come out of the volcano, and she laughs them off. She laughs them off all as complete a folklore and just nonsense. The village we are going to, my brother Ollie lives there. He's very, very happy. He's her only family. You talk about some things like that. That's basically her and her brother that live in this peninsula.
Fascinating. Thank you for that.
Fascinating for these stories. She doesn't like
Now,
you.
when you these stories that you're sharing, these are stories that have been passed down. Yes, folktales. So, you know, when you talk about lights in the sky and things flying about, I mean, you mean hundreds of years ago these were seen and talked about, not recently.
Oh, the stories of the lights. Oh, now it's Borat. The story. The stories of the trolls go back hundreds of years. They go back.
All right.
They're as old as time itself out here. The lights one, she says that those ones are probably a little bit more modern. Fucking Christ, I can't do accents. It's hilarious. You get the Jeep jolts from a tremor, and you see like the sky is dark with ashes. You guys are kind of driving through, and she seems a little bit worried, but she seems like she's got a handle on it. When you guys get to the area where
Wild.
the village is.
How many people live in the village?
Oh, there's a couple hundred. It's a fishing village right
okay.
on the water.
And your brother Ollie lives there.
Oh, yes.
You said?
You guys come around following the road, and you come around a large rock, and you hear this guttural roar. And you look up on the rock, and you see this like 12-foot creature covered in hair. One side of it looks petrified, like it's got a stone arm and a stone leg, and it's kind of dragging the stone leg. It rips off part of its arm and fires it down into the hood of your truck, causing the
Rips
truck
off part of its own arm.
into the hood of the truck. The windshield smashes, and you start to skid out of control. And we'll see you next time.
Holy shit.
Is that your brother Ollie?
That's not a snake monster.
Thank you for listening to another episode from Actual Play Entertainment. Please rate us, review us, and subscribe. If you liked what you just heard, give us 5 stars and tell your friends. If you didn't like it, then tell your enemies. You'll show them. And for more information and content, visit actualplayentertainment.com.
Hey, I'm role playing here.